When people say they want to quit sugar, they usually don't mean removing every source of carbohydrate from their diet. Your brain and muscles still need energy. Fruits, vegetables, grains, and dairy can contain natural sugars or carbohydrates. But added sugar is different. It is the sugar placed into soft drinks, sweets, desserts, sweetened yogurts, sauces, cereals, and many processed foods. And when a person stops eating large amounts of added sugar, the body can begin to change surprisingly quickly. In the first few days, the most noticeable change may not feel positive. If someone is used to sweet drinks, candy, or sugary snacks every day, cravings can appear. This happens because very sweet foods activate reward pathways in the brain. The brain remembers the quick energy and the pleasant taste, so it asks for more. Some people may feel irritable, tired, or distracted for a short time. This does not mean the body needs added sugar. It means the body is adjusting to a new pattern. After several days, blood sugar levels may become more stable. Sugary foods and drinks are digested quickly. They can cause a rapid rise in blood glucose, followed by a drop. That drop may lead to hunger, low energy, or the desire for another sweet snack. When added sugar is reduced, especially from drinks, these sharp spikes become less frequent. One of the biggest changes happens with liquid sugar. Sweetened beverages are easy to overconsume because they do not make us feel full in the same way solid food does. A bottle of soda can contain a large amount of sugar, but the body may still feel hungry afterward. This is one reason sugary drinks are strongly linked in research with weight gain and a higher risk of type 2 diabetes. After a few weeks, reducing added sugar can help lower total calorie intake. This does not happen magically. If a person replaces candy with large amounts of other high-calorie foods, weight may not change. But in controlled studies, lowering sugar intake is associated with reduced body weight, while increasing sugar tends to increase it. The effect is partly simple. Less added sugar often means fewer excess calories. The liver may also benefit. When large amounts of sugar, especially from sweet drinks, are consumed regularly, the liver has to process more of it. Over time, excess energy can contribute to fat accumulation in the liver. Reducing added sugar, especially fructose-rich drinks and desserts, can reduce this metabolic load.
This does not mean the liver is detoxing in a dramatic internet sense. It means the liver is doing less unnecessary work and is exposed to fewer conditions that promote fat buildup. Another area that changes is the heart and blood vessels. High intake of added sugar has been associated with higher risk of cardiovascular disease. Researchers have found that people who consume a large share of calories from added sugar have a higher risk of death from cardiovascular causes. The exact risk depends on the whole diet, activity level, body weight, genetics, and many other factors. But the general pattern is clear. A diet high in added sugar is not heart-friendly. Dental health improves too. This is one of the most direct effects. Sugar feeds bacteria in the mouth. These bacteria produce acids that damage tooth enamel. Reducing added sugar lowers the frequency of acid attacks on teeth, especially when sugary snacks and drinks are consumed throughout the day. So what happens after 1 month? For many people, taste perception begins to change. Foods that once seemed normal may start to taste too sweet. Fruit may taste sweeter. Plain yogurt may become acceptable, and the need for dessert after every meal may become weaker. This is not because the body has become perfect. It is because the brain and taste system adapt to the level of sweetness they receive. But there is an important detail. Quitting added sugar is not the same as starting an extreme diet. Removing all carbohydrates is not necessary for most people. Whole fruits, vegetables, legumes, and whole grains contain fiber, vitamins, minerals, and other compounds that support health. The real target is added sugar and free sugar. Soda, candy, sweet bakery products, sweetened drinks, and hidden sugar in processed foods. So if you stop consuming excess added sugar, the most realistic changes are these: fewer blood sugar spikes, lower calorie intake, better weight control, reduced stress on the liver, lower long-term risk for metabolic disease, better dental health, and a gradual change in taste preferences.
but the result depends on what replaces the sugar. If sugar is replaced with balanced meals, protein, fiber, water, fruit, and minimally processed foods, the benefits can be significant. If it is replaced with other ultra-processed foods, the effect may be much smaller.
So the question is not only what happens when you quit sugar. The better question is, what happens when you stop using sugar as your main source of quick energy? And for many people, the answer is simple. The body becomes more stable.